Good evening, folks. Welcome to another episode of the Weekly Tangent Show. We're here. It's show number 19, right? Correct. 19 for 5:30, May 30th.
Guess they're still letting us do this.
They're still letting us do this. I'm Greg. This is Brooks.
How are you?
We're your hosts for the show, and we're here to talk about, what else? Games. That's all we do. Talk about games all damn day long. It feels like it. It feels like that's all we do is talk about games all day long.
Yeah, pretty much, man.
No, but it's fun. Oh, man, how was your week?
I've been excellent. It's been really nice outside.
Yeah, we have had great weather. I mean, you can't complain in Seattle when it's Sunday.
Probably a little red. No roof. But
It's good for you to be a little red, I'm sure.
A little red.
Although they tell you it isn't, I'm sure. It builds character and other things with the sea.
Yeah, the doctor was concerned about my blood pressure today. I was going to
Yeah?
about that. Yeah.
Yeah? That it's actually still beating? Or
So.
Look at that. The damn Twitch thing doesn't change. Even though you set up an event,
Okay.
it does not take the new name of the show each week. So I know that Baltimore usually tells me that.
Catches
So
it.
I'm gonna do it before he shows up. Hopefully, he'll know no difference. Yeah, what went on this week, man? Any big news from your end?
So I guess the only one thing I will want to talk about was they finally, after
Outside of Death Stranding, is there anything else you want to talk about?
I want to talk about the 25% tax
Oh, okay.
on the new machines.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I get like everybody's got to pay. You know, well, not everybody's got to pay. That sounds like a really bad way to say it. But everybody's got to have some pain in a tariff war. And I don't want to get like political on it.
No, not at all.
A tariff war, obviously it's not good for any consumer because we're paying extra for whatever else we got to pay for in life along with taxes. But this one, tell us more about it.
Well, here's my problem with this is what we're talking about is a 25% additional tax on game hardware and game hardware accessories.
Mm-hmm.
So this falls into game controllers, game systems. It doesn't fall into the games themselves because it's just the hardware that's manufactured over in China.
Right.
But my concern with this is more, I was kind of hoping these machines, there were going to be beefy versions, and people were already concerned that we might see a $4.99 machine, which now functionally makes it a $5.99 machine.
Correct. Yeah,
Right.
I mean, that's a lot. I mean, it's a considerable amount. I don't remember it ever hitting home, any kind of tariff, discrepancies, or what do you call that, tariff engagement between countries hitting video game systems. It might have back in the day.
Not that I know of. And if it did, I was blind to that price.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been similar for me. I mean, I would have been maybe too young to even know that it was going on. So, yeah, obviously a little strange to be hitting our world. Well, I mean, PCs, it's probably impacted since they kind of started messing around with the tariff.
Sure. Yeah.
Tariff war kind of thing. I don't call it a war.
I agree to your point that you can't pick any one consumer, but it sort of hits home a little more when you see it on iPhones and
obviously.
PlayStations and that type of stuff, right? So I think it's a little more noticeable to the consumer as opposed to like the price of pork went up 6 cents or whatever.
Sure.
Right.
I mean, on an iPhone, those things are already $1,000.
Yeah.
25% on that, another $250 on the low-end iPhones.
Oh, Huawei and ZTE are loving it for sure.
Right? Oh, yeah, they have
Totally.
to. They win in that kind of a little bit of a battle. I mean, obviously, Apple, could make phones in the U.S., I guess.
Totally.
We have competent people. They play video games on WildTangent. We know that they're competent. Yeah, well, we'll see how it goes. It's a shame. It's a shame, and it's going to impact young kids. It's going to impact everybody, right?
I'll sidestep the politics, and I'm just not a fan of the approach to this right now.
Sure.
Of
I agree with that.
Start a tariff war and then start throwing subsidies around and papering over the tariff war you started. I'm not a super big fan. I'm not an economist, so I won't wade any further into that. But
what other thing did you run across? I know you were talking about Death Stranding a lot.
Yeah, they finally pulled the curtain off of that after, what did we say, 4? Did we figure 4 years on this?
Yeah.
So Metal Gear 5 came out in 2015.
When did PT come out? It wasn't 4 years ago. So he was working on PT.
So I guess the way I think of it is, this all started when Metal Gear 5 was ending. Right. So I'm going to say that if we don't call it 4, we'll call it 3, but I'm going to say that it's probably fair to call it 4, that some of the ideas might have been up here, but not on the actual paper yet.
Right. Well, I don't think you come up with that kind of a story and world and everything overnight. I mean, it's probably something, honestly, the guy's been thinking about for decades. I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, those are ideas that, start like long time ago kind of thing.
You can see it. What's the original game? Why am I spacing on this? Snatcher.
Where Cyberpunk and,
where you look at that and you look at the stuff that showed up 15 years later, 20 years later.
Yeah, roughly that.
Right.
What was it? The Mark
II.
Mark II that showed up in Metal Gear Solid 4.
Yep.
And it was pictured, the identical thing.
Not kind of pictured.
Not kind of.
Pictured.
Look up Snatcher and look up like Metal Gear Mark IV on the internet. And Snatcher was a game, if you don't know what the game is, sorry. Snatcher was an amazing little game for the Sega CD.
Yep.
Kind of unknown at the time. It was a Konami game. And it was a cyberpunk / narrative adventure with a light gun game component. It used the actual Lethal Enforcer gun.
Okay.
Or the Enforcer, not Lethal.
All right.
That's a movie. The Enforcer that Konami had made. And you could play it with or without the gun. But there was a point in it where this thing shows up and it looks identical to that Mark II. So Kojima was like coming up with things like decades in advance of, when it was actually put into an actual game, as a playable or meaningful character or object within a game.
Sure. Yeah.
So I'm sure this guy's been thinking about like unborn fetuses I don't know, for a long time.
Yeah. The trailer, it was bananas. They set. So for anyone that hasn't seen,
we should have had the trailer up. I don't know really how everybody feels about that. You can go find it. It's available widely on YouTube. Watch it for yourself. 9 minutes, right?
Yeah. So they kind of pulled a little bit of a stunt where they told everybody the night before to tune in the morning to Twitch. Mm-hmm. And the more viewers they had on Twitch was the more they had a small version of the trailer running beforehand.
Okay.
So
the more you got to see, I take it.
And so as more people viewed, the picture became less obfuscated. And then once it got to a point where there was no obfuscation, they dropped the actual trailer and then instantly set a record for most streamed trailer on Twitch after Fallen Order had done something similar.
That's funny.
So
that's a good idea.
You
can't argue with them. I mean, hey, that was at least creative in that way. I mean, I told you, and you were like, they did this thing. I was like, yeah, that's like what every streamer does. Like, I'm not going to go any further until I get like 5,000 likes or something like that. People are always pandering to the crowd kind of thing. But yeah, no, that was creative, and I mean, they used it in a meaningful way to drop something meaty, right? I mean, that's 9-minute trailer, and I mean, it showed gameplay.
This was gameplay. This
combat.
Was in-engine. This was cutscene. They showed off the full cast, top to bottom.
Yeah, they really went through the characters a little bit more in depth. It looked pretty good. Then, now they didn't show the pre-order stuff in it, right? Like that was something else that you found, because you were talking about like, there's this really amazing pre-order box set kind of thing. Yeah. And then there's like digital pre-orders, right, in the beginning of the game.
Yeah, they had a bunch of retailers. I don't know which ones around here have them.
I guess
GameStop
Amazon
or something like that. Yeah. I didn't buy the super box edition. I didn't need the plastic baby toy.
Sure.
As funny as it might have been.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of YouTubers out there going to be buying
Sure.
it because obviously you need something. Maybe we'll get one for here. We can put it on the shelf in the back because I know everybody will appreciate an unborn fetus. What was with the unborn fetus, man? There's like that one, and there's one in PT that's in the sink. I mean...
Well, the bridge babies and unborn fetuses are two totally different things at this point now.
It doesn't really seem like it.
So...
He's got a little fetish.
It's bananas.
Yeah.
It's everything about it. People still don't really know what the game's about. Right?
Yeah, I mean, that's the one thing. It's still being kept, obviously, if it's anything like Metal Gear Solid 4,
Sure.
we'll easily hear about it within a 10 hours worth of video and story within the game.
Yeah.
I'm sure that we'll know a little bit about it, but...
People have figured out some light details in science fiction. There's probably something to do with black holes. There's probably a particle collider.
He was a handyman at one time. He carries a step ladder constantly wherever he goes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Looks like there's going to have some survival components to it.
That'll be interesting.
It looks like there's some building and traversal components.
Yeah,
So,
it does look like... And
yeah.
I didn't understand, so I kept trying to figure out, is the entire world open world? Or... is this an open world that has, like, sections to it? And like Monster Hunter open world.
This is rank speculation. In my mind, the world will be built not dissimilar from like Subnautica, where it's one planet for you to be on.
Okay.
But it's intricately tuned. It's not randomly generated or anything
Oh,
like that.
yeah, I wouldn't expect it to be randomly generated.
And then your tools...
Not the way it looks.
And then your tools allow you to kind of do... Instead of, Subnautica, you had like the subs and the walkers.
Yeah.
This game, you'll have the ropes and the bridges and things like that. And
Yeah.
I think that'll sort of explain how you expand, go out and deeper or taller.
Right.
So
yeah.
I don't know any of this, but
regardless of what it ends up being, it definitely looks pretty cool.
I'm really glad it's not. I'm really glad they're doing something different, and it's not like a stealth shooter or
Yeah.
whatever. Because
that's true.
So
It'll be nice to see him finish it up and get it out.
November 8th.
And I'm hoping that he'll do Snatcher 2 next. There was another Snatcher. Did I ever tell you about that?
Watch there be a Snatcher reference in this game and complete the whole circle.
Yeah, that would be really cool. It's another snake and tail. There was actually another Snatcher that was done in like a more friendlier looking like design.
Okay.
Like an RPG look to it almost. If you've ever seen that. So it was on the Sega Saturn in Japan, I believe. Look that one up. It was interesting. I wanted to play that one. I've never played it yet. So our Business Insider, was it Business Insider? I think it was Business Insider.
It was.
Did the top 34 video games that you can't miss in 2019.
Okay.
And I thought we'd talk about like the first 10 and see what you and I thought.
So this is this 34 to 24 or is this 10 to 1?
This is the first 10, so 1 through 10. I'm guessing by the way that it goes, it's probably like the first game is the game that you should never miss.
Okay.
And then the rest of them kind of like... I mean, honestly, though, I'm looking at this list and I'm kind of going like, you don't want to miss many of these. Well, no. You know what? I think it is like the number one game not to miss is the number one. Let's say it's that way. So the best one that you can get. So we'll go through the first 10. If we got any more time here in our segment, we'll
I don't mean to pause you on that, but if we want to do 10, it starts at 24 because 24 to 34 gets into like the meat and the potatoes of the big games. Of the don't miss stuff.
Are we on the same one? Business Insider.
Yes.
Because the first one that I have is Resident Evil 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's the games this year kind of thing. The ones that we've played. Not the ones speculating. Not business. I'm not...
Okay, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking
No.
games that have come out.
Yeah, we don't get that much advance notice.
Okay. I'm sorry. Cool.
So the first one is Resident Evil 2 Remastered. So that came out earlier in the year. It's from Capcom, obviously. And, you know, I haven't been able to play through the whole thing. I played the demo the day one. Liked the demo.
Yep.
waited on the game. I rented it from Redbox, funny enough. I normally don't go and rent too many games, but I did that one. Just because I wasn't sure, right?
Sure.
I mean, I played the game before. I played it a long time ago.
Right.
And it seemed okay, but I waited until it went on sale. Like it was like actually, I bought it for... It was on sale at Best Buy for like $29, and then I bought it for $23 because I have that discount
The
there.
pass or whatever.
Yeah. So I kind of agree with that. I mean, it's a big game for this year.
That
It's
was
definitely
in my opinion, that was my first don't miss game
Yeah.
that came out. Yeah.
And I mean, in the end, you finished it, right? You actually made it all the way through.
I've played through it a couple of times.
Yeah.
Yeah. To get the true ending or whatnot.
Did you play as Tofu?
I have.
Yeah.
Yep.
It looks funny.
Yeah, it's I guess the way I would say it is it reminds me of it's like the best PS3 survival horror game I ever played.
Right.
Because it doesn't deviate on anything. It's exactly what it is. A really awesome looking survival horror game. They
Sure.
didn't try to reinvent anything.
No, they tried to go.
It's not connected online. It's not service. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Right.
Number 2, Kingdom Hearts 3. I'm not a huge Kingdom Hearts fan. I mean, I like Disney. I played a couple of their games. I did actually Disney. I did Mickey Mouse or Mickey's Castle or Mickey Mouse's Castle. No, Castle of Illusion starring Mickey Mouse.
Okay.
On the PS3, I did that as a video on my channel.
All right.
This year. But yeah, I've never been a Kingdom Hearts fan, but I know people love it.
I'll tell you where
You didn't. I mean, did you play it?
I'll tell you
I didn't
where,
play
I'll
it.
tell you where Kingdom Hearts 3 went wrong with me. I'm a fan of Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. I don't
Yep.
really... the story's not my favorite
We've
part.
talked about it. It's pretty crazy how you have the connections and all the
Yeah.
the additional expansions
But
and stuff.
the combat's really solid. The mechanics are really solid, but like I don't know that you get to wait like a decade
Yeah.
on finishing your story. You know, if
Yeah.
if Half-Life 3 came out today, I'm not sure I would. That's kind of how I
if you
feel
would
about
even
it.
jump in on
Yeah.
it. Yeah. No, that makes sense.
So it's like at this point, like it's a really good game, and if you're into Kingdom Hearts, it's an awesome game. But
it looked really good.
oh, it looks really good.
Yeah, I just didn't.
I've almost bought it, but I'm just kind of at the point of like, I was into the story of Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, and then I kind of forgot what happened, and now I'm here, right?
Yeah, I guess
So-
if there's such a huge expansion, and there's a bunch from what I found out after you and I talked, there's a bunch for the Game Boy Advance and DS and all that.
The
so.
canon of it is it's really
It
nuts
expands.
that they like after 2, they were like instead of doing 3, we're gonna come up with like there's 5 or 6 spin-offs in between that all like 358 over 2 and 2.8 remix and the GBA one, and so it lost my attention.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you. I'm not with you in the sense I've played the other ones. I'd never played any of them. But I've watched some people play them. I knew Kingdom Hearts 3 looked really good. Just had no interest. And now I saw it's probably in that same range of what Resident Evil 2 was when I bought it. It's like $29, and then you get like some money off if you're a Best Buy thing. I'm thinking about buying into it, but and I do have all the other ones for the PS3, so I could play through the entire thing. It'd probably take a year, if not more. Yeah, I don't know if I would have put it as number 2 this year. I know why Business Insider probably did, if they were going like the most popular, and then or if they went like chronologically,
Right.
in the air. But it wouldn't be in my top 2. I know it's big name Disney, and
'Cause
obviously Square carries some
I
weight in the game.
think it came out February 25th, so it had to have launched
January 29th.
20. No, I'm sorry, I'm thinking Anthem. My bad.
January 29th is when it came out. But no, I did not. That was only a couple days after Resident Evil 2. That came out the 25th.
That's
Yeah.
what it was.
Yeah.
Right.
So, I don't know. I mean, neither of us have played it. So, if you in the comments want to say whether it's worth playing, let us know, because we haven't done that yet.
Well, our coworker Robert, he's a really big fan. He's
Robert.
he's all
I didn't
into
know
it.
He played that one. Did he play?
So
it?
yeah,
Oh, he did. Okay. I
Yeah,
didn't
he
know
said
that.
it was really good.
Number 3 was Apex Legends. I haven't even played the game. I don't even know what it looks like.
Okay.
So, I know that there were some streamers. I didn't get the call for $1 million check, but or you didn't either.
No.
But I do know
what I'm
they
doing
were.
here.
I do know they were throwing some money around.
They were, yeah.
And getting the bigger guys like Ninja and I don't know if PewDiePie played.
I think
There was
everybody
a bunch
might
of
have
big
been in
ones
on
that they were
it,
getting
yeah.
some big checks too to play it. Didn't really help out the game. It's kind of in a weird area right now for them.
I'll give them a little credit because the game popped really hard.
Yeah.
In the first couple of weeks.
Yep.
And you and I agree that Respawn makes pretty good games. Like Titanfall's it's mechanically it's a good game.
Titanfall is a good game. Number one, they're number 1 and 2 are both good multiplayer games.
Yeah.
Number 2 actually put the effort in to put a story in.
Yeah.
So, but I think I was so skunked on the original one, I was like, nah, I'm not even going to put time into it, right? So I tried it. It wasn't my big thing, but to find, in this article though, the games you shouldn't miss. I don't know if I would say you should go play like Apex Legends.
I haven't played.
Right? I don't know. Again, let us know if we should play. Let us know in the comments. It's just one of those things. That came out February 4th. Far Cry New Dawn. We were talking about this 2 weeks ago. Mm-hmm. You were saying, I'm bored. I'm finished Days Gone. I need something to play. What stopped you from actually jumping in on that? Because we both, I enjoyed Far Cry.
They cut the price after like a week and a half.
Yeah, well,
so
went from $39
that was my
to $19.99.
problem.
Yeah, we knew there was going to be trouble in that one, but it doesn't. It's more of the same, which was good.
The reason I ultimately didn't get it was I talked to somebody who got it, and they were like, "Look, you had a hard time finishing 5, and five's a long game."
Yeah,
and they were like,
no doubt.
And they were like, "You're going to pick it up, and you might feel like you're still playing Far Cry 5."
Yep.
Which, if you like Far Cry 5, that's fantastic because it's a great game. You and I and our other buddy, we played a little too much co-op before the story mode. So by the time we got to the story mode, we were like, "Oh boy!"
Right.
It was running a little long.
Yeah. It was. There was a lot of good time to go run around in Far Cry 5.
Yeah.
And just to blow shit up and like to jump in a helicopter or whatever they had and go run around. That was fun. Yeah, and you get kind of into the story and you're like, the story drags down the action because it's a little bit slower. But it was good. The story was written well. I like the whole like crazy like Montana militia kind of world with like cults and all of that. That was interesting.
Yeah, I'm actually a fan of how they handled this where they take the game, because they've done this before with Far Cry 4 and they made this game called Far Cry Primal.
I remember that.
And
they did Blood Dragon off of Far Cry. Right. They've done these offshoots.
And I'm cool with them taking something they spent years working on.
Yeah.
And kind of being we're re-envisioning or changing some stuff up. And they do like a full coat of paint on it, some new mechanics type of thing.
Yep.
And then the game it's not like the game came out at $60. It came out at $39.99. It wasn't if you like Far Cry 5, it's a good game.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm hoping to get to it someday. February 15th is when that one came out. So there was a lot of big things. It's really reliving like what the beginning of the year was is what we're talking about. Crackdown 3 is number 5. Funny enough, I signed up for the Xbox Game Pass 3-month thing for $1. And I still haven't played Crackdown 3. And that was 2 months ago, or a month and a half ago. Yeah, you were the bigger of the Crackdown fans here. And you really don't have any interest in playing it. Well, let's say this. You might have interest, but you haven't went out of your way to go fire up the Xbox One.
This is a game that I feel like when it's cold and damp and everybody's bored at the end of the year.
I thought you were going to say the end of the world.
Oh, no.
Yeah, okay.
When everybody's bored later this year and it's cold and nobody wants to go outside because it's nice.
Right.
I feel like that's when you play Crackdown.
That might be the opportunity.
Yeah.
Funny.
Throw it on the PC. Have some fun.
Yeah,
if you like, not dissimilar from Far Cry New Dawn. If you like Crackdown, you'll like Crackdown 3. It's just more of the same.
Right.
It's
right. Yeah, you could definitely get into it. There's again not much. What is it? Tony? What's his name? The dude that is really famous for TV shows. Movies. Tony. He's in the Expendables. big guy, muscular. He's in Crackdown 3.
Terry Crews?
Terry Crews, not Tony Crews.
Gotcha.
Terry Crews.
I'm sorry. Gotcha.
Terry.
I was fixated on Tony. My bad.
He was in there. I mean, I don't know. He's a big draw. He's a funny guy.
Yeah. Yeah, they did.
Good actor.
Yeah, they did him well. I liked that they found someone like him who can dial back. He can be serious, but he can also dial it back a couple and have fun.
Yeah.
Because 2 was a really serious game, and 3 has some stuff that's a little more lighthearted that makes it more interesting.
Yeah. I mean, the game's got to have a little bit of that. It's just can't be serious when you're jumping buildings. February 15th is when that came out. Anthem. We both played Anthem. Some of us beat Anthem. Not me.
What?
Yeah, I know. And man, talk about another rough game for EA. Man, they had 2 right in a row. Wham, wham.
You know, I'll quick thought on that. We have discussed the game on the show before.
Yep.
I have finished it. I think people that like games as a service should play it, right?
Yep.
If you're really passionate about that genre, and I think the game does some things that are cool.
Yep.
Like to this day, I will still think there's some cool aspects to the game.
You like the flying.
I think the flying's cool.
Yep.
If the bigger problems was like the gear and how the drops works and stuff, but like once you started to get Grandmaster gear, you could come up with some cool little builds
You
and
could get
play
some
with
stuff
it.
in
Yeah.
there. Yeah. No, I mean, the game looked good when it wasn't loading.
It just had so many problems.
And the game was fun when you weren't having to go into town.
But what you just said was like 60% of the game.
I know. That was the
okay.
problem. February 22nd. It doesn't seem that long ago. Man. And all these games are now like $29.
Yeah.
Right? You can get them on sale. Metro Exodus. One that's actually held its value.
Yeah.
Right? This game hasn't value, we say, funny enough. But it hasn't dropped down as drastically as the other ones. And I think people... I don't know if they've really gotten over the fact that it's only available on Epic and the PC world is kind of in that weird flux, but at least for PS4 and Xbox One, people have just been having a good time.
Yeah.
Right? Like, people enjoy the game. It looks good.
They just announced some DLC for it.
They did some DLC announcements. I rented this one again from Redbox and got through most of the game and was kind of like, it's okay. It's good. You know, I really wasn't disappointed in the game. I just ran out of time to really go back through and kind of like revisit a lot of the stuff I wanted to.
Unfortunately, this game came out, and then 2 other games that I suspect are going to be on this list came out afterwards, and unfortunately, I had to make some decisions between finishing Metro up or going to Sekiro and Days Gone. Right.
So that was February 22nd as well. There was a lot of games in February.
Yeah.
For not being an indie game, usually that's when the indies think it's safe enough to like put something out, right? And then you get 2 big ones. February 26th also had Trials Rising. Trials being the physics-based motorcycle...
Puzzle game?
Puzzle is kind of weird. It is, though. It is a puzzle. You're trying to get over obstacles. You're trying to get enough momentum. So I know that there's a lot of people that really find the challenging aspects of that game appealing. And I have been one that likes it, but I've never really been one that actually spent a lot of time on any one. I did a couple for the streams I used to do, things like that. Would play it for a few nights, put it away. I know people that sat on that thing for like months at a time and would go.
We've talked about this,
to get through all the master challenges and everything else. Not much more to say on it though. It did come out on the Switch though, one that actually was able, because it's a much smaller game. You can actually put it on something. Dead or Alive 6. Not a huge fighting fan outside of Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat 11 was my big one, but Dead or Alive 6.
I usually try to be pretty optimistic,
March 1st.
but I didn't know people played Dead or Alive anymore. I wasn't aware of that.
I'm sure there's a scene, but it's not my de facto fighting game. Like, mine is probably Mortal Kombat, like I said, for more the storyline and all the fun that goes around it and playing with friends. But then it would be like Smash.
You'd
just
have
for
Smash.
a lot of people
you'd
that
probably
play.
throw Injustice on there. There's that
Injustice
there's
kind
that,
of is like
there's
the-
that Dragon
yeah.
Ball game that's really popular. There's
I'm not
Street Fighter's still around.
Yep, Street Fighter.
So it's like you know.
Well, Street Fighter, you know, the one-up arcades brought those back because there was a ton of those Street Fighter one-up arcade cabinets running around. And that was the one included with, I know, not in this office, but that was that one included with like Street Fighter 1, 2, and
Right.
Championship Edition. I forget which it was, but there was like 2 or 3 versions on it. And it was, you know, a little cabinet, $300 or something. It kind of brought a lot of people back to that retro one. Number 10 brings us to more Devil May Cry 5.
What'd you think?
I like Devil May Cry.
You finished this,
I
didn't
did.
you?
I blew through it in one play.
Okay.
Took about 8.5 hours.
Okay.
Recorded the whole thing. It's available for streaming. If anybody wants to check that out. I'm sure there's a lot of them. It was 8.5 hours of a really good, solid beat 'em up. Right? Like, that's what it is. And it really, like, there was 3 characters. There's Dante, obviously. There was Nero, the new one. Or no, the actual young kid.
V is the new
V
one.
is the new guy. So V was interesting. Mm-hmm. He definitely added, with the animals that he controlled and all that stuff, added a new, like, take on, like, fighting.
V didn't actually perform any combat maneuvers.
No.
It
He
was
just
cool.
kind of commanded things and
I was
stuff
down.
like that. So that was kind of neat. But, man, when you got a hold of Dante and, like, boosted him all the way up with all those
That's what
weapons,
you
he had
said.
some crazy stuff. There was nobody else that you would want to play. I mean, he just kind of took over. And his weapons were, like, amazing. Like, there were just some really cool designs. So I got to hand it to them. They did a great job. Funny enough, I did not buy that game either. I rented it.
Yeah, we talked
I
about...
was on a kick for renting these. I was just like, man, I spend so much money on games, like, in general, that I'm sometimes shy about some of the newer ones that I know are just big hits.
Right.
Because they're big, I'd rather spend the money with the indie stuff and kind of the unique stuff that we see. But, you know, it's nothing really personal. I'll buy it down the road. It's just, I did beat the game. It was great. I did it on normal mode. So, obviously, there's hardcore, core, you know, all the other modes, Nightmare, whatever it is. And then, you know, there's probably tons of challenges that I completely missed.
I guess the only thing I noticed about playing it, and this is not even a slight, even though my tone of voice sounds like it, after playing and getting very into Dark Souls-like games, I found the game to be easy. I found the game to be really easy.
Yeah, I think it was a little too easy as well.
And I think, you know, I guess...
It's very approachable, let's say that. Like, anybody could sit down and play.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Maybe that's what the problem is. It was a little too approachable. So we're just going to go through the next 10 really fast. I'm just going to call them out. So here's the other 10 that you got to go to because we got to jump over the other stuff. The Division 2. Sekiro, Shadows, Die Twice. Yoshi Crafted World. I didn't play it, so I'm going to put it like in the middle.
I'll like do one of these.
Yeah.
I didn't play.
Didn't play it. Might want to let us know if it's worth playing. Mortal Kombat 11. I did that. Days Gone. 2 thumbs up. Yep, that one's great. Whoever tells you that's not a good game, they are probably escaped from a mental asylum.
I was pleasantly surprised.
Yeah.
It's a really fun game.
It is a really good game. It's got a great story. It really opens
Yeah.
up, and they did a good job. Rage 2.
You're gonna have to give me. I'm at this. I didn't play, so this might be a you. Ooh.
That's my opinion. I have not played Crash Team Racing Nitro Fuel.
I've heard this is really good.
I would expect it because if you ever played the last Crash Team Racing on the Xbox, the original,
Okay.
I think that was the last one. Was it Xbox 360 or
I think
Xbox?
so.
Xbox, I think, the original one. That one was good.
Okay.
It might have been Xbox 360 was the last one. They were both good. Let's just say that because I've never seen it be a bad game, and it's very solid performer. It's, as far as I can tell you, it's better than the new Sonic Racing because I tried that. That was not great.
Oof.
The other 2 Sonic Racing games were good. The ones that were on like the PS3 era, I guess maybe 2014, 2013. They were good. Not really this new one. I tried it on the Switch and didn't like it. Super Mario Maker 2 is coming out. I've heard some weird things. There's that Nintendo announced that there would be online play, so you could play with people online, but you can't choose your friends.
So
which is kind of weird. I don't know. Nintendo's always a little backwards when it comes to internet connectivity. Hopefully one day they'll get it right and just work with Steam.
Yeah, I mean, if you're into it, it looks cool. It's fun.
Yeah.
The
last one was good, so I mean, I'll probably give it a thumbs up just for that. But I haven't, seen much of it. Dr. Mario World is coming out.
That must be a phone game.
Early this summer.
Yeah,
it is Apple and Android devices, and Mario Kart Tour, which I know somebody has played that.
I wouldn't know anything about it.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
No, again, sucks.
Yeah, not really a fan.
No, if you've played, I'm sorry, that was a little harsh. If you've played Mario Kart and gotten into it, you'll miss the control, the sense of speed, the skill, the items, the tracks. It feels like Mario Kart and somebody threw it down a bowling alley with bumpers on it. It's like...
Yeah, that's what it looks like and plays like to me. I tried yours and I was like, it's kind of weird.
They jammed loot boxes into the game. Yep. The loot boxes drop better racers, so money equals better racers. And I'm not...
Pay to win?
Yeah.
Pay to win?
I'm not into it.
Yeah, I'm not into it either, so we'll see. I mean, maybe it'll get better. But yeah, the rest of the article kind of goes into like big games that are coming out this year. We'll link to it. But we need to get on to other things, so let's start talking about some games that we've got to show.
What are we showing off first tonight?
I'm going to first show off that I got an invite to go do the network test this weekend on... what did you get? Oh, you got it too? Why don't you give that code away on the stream? For Code Vein.
Sorry.
Code Vein from Bandai. We got both invites. That's awesome. I didn't know if you would get one or not, so I thought I told them only give them to me. But yeah, that'll be interesting to play this weekend.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that, and we'll talk about it next week, obviously, and talk about maybe since I record all the footage, we'll be able to show something.
Yeah, I'll be curious.
I'm not really worried about what they have to say.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
They usually have a blocker on that stuff, or NDA or whatever. But what are they gonna do?
Yeah,
nothing. But we'll see. We may just talk about it next week. It's not really a game that obviously we're going to be talking about for PC for a while. So
yeah, have you seen a date for it yet?
I have not.
I have not. Okay.
Nope. Let's see. We're going to jump into some games. We figured we'd talk about some first-player games, or first-person games.
Yep.
And kind of start with one that we didn't get to during the Bethesda month when we launched Bethesda. Funny enough, it was Call of Cthulhu, Dark Corners of the World.
We were just so stacked that month that we just could not find a way. We tried to squeeze this in and we couldn't make it happen.
We did. And Call of Cthulhu is like a retro game now these days because I remember it first on the original Xbox. I think it was on the original Xbox before it was on PC or right around the same time. The game is obviously looks a little dated, but it's not horrible. So let's jump in and take a look at it. It definitely plays more like a adventure game. You start out, you're listening to kind of the what would you call it? The inner voice of a detective. He's a I don't know if he's a detective or a police investigator when he starts out. But then he kind of goes through an experience we'll see here, and he ends up becoming like a private detective. Like he doesn't work for the police or anything any longer. So he ends up investigating this cult.
Okay.
Is what I would call them. So as we see that in the video here, it's basically the beginning of the game. Obviously this is a Steam game. You would activate it on Steam. You'd buy the key here at WildTangent. We'll put the link in chat. And then you would be able to play it on Steam and you go activate it over there. It does support 4K.
Okay.
Let's say it'll support up to the resolution. It has some weird things that happens with some of the text. I would play it as probably a 12. I'd probably play it in like 1920 by 1080 or 1280 by 720.
Okay.
or 720 by 720p or 1080p.
Unlocked.
I'd play it in because the game has some stretching issues that you run into with some of the text that's built into it.
Do you recall when it came out? What year?
Man,
There are definitely some strange sounds
2004?
coming from this side of
Okay.
the room.
All right.
Does that sound right?
It's still kind of impressive that it has 4K in it at this point.
Well, I mean, I think that they probably update the installer
It appears to
or
be a
the
private-
However it
setting
works.
kind of thing,
Okay.
you know, for PC. So it just it reads whatever the resolution is and just
The drawer
continues to
holds
scale.
an
Got it.
ancient
Okay.
manuscript.
It doesn't look bad. I mean, you're seeing the footage I recorded in 4K, but I think we're streaming it at 1080p on here. So I think that's the
Okay,
format that
cool.
we put on. But I mean, this is the 4K asset, not assets, but you know, the 4K
Not sound
Right.
that you're seeing, resolution you're seeing. Let me throw the link in the chat on both of them, so you at least can
that's just
check the game out
swell.
yourself.
You know, I've almost a couple of times
He's
when I was
dead.
looking for something
Dean
to
must have fallen
play,
and crushed his skull.
I almost bought that new one that just came out.
Yeah,
this.
now that's a totally different game. Very similar though in the first person, kind of the Lovecraft style.
It's not a
Storyline.
sequel to this game?
It is not, as far as I
Dead.
know.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Plenty
I thought they were directly related.
Dreadful
I don't think so.
Oh,
right
interesting.
down
Okay.
here.
No, I've watched somebody play it, and if it was related at all, I wouldn't have known.
Seems like
tell you
these
that.
cabinets are used for storing
I wouldn't have
chemicals
seen
and
the
medical
relation.
equipment.
Okay.
To it. I'm dropping that link into both chats right now. There we go. You were asking the year it was made. Let's see if we can find that. I'm curious. I'm
Looks
just
like
thinking.
a stomach.
October 24th,
The
2000.
contraption above
2005, okay.
seems
Yeah,
to be
okay.
controlling
Same
his
time.
breathing.
Perfect.
Yeah, no, kind of impressive though that the game actually holds up. It
beating
does.
heart.
It's a little bit slow, but it holds up pretty well.
I feel like a lot of games from 2005,
Looks like
if you
it's
tried to run at 4K,
They're
might
moving around.
go a
all
little
that
south
liquid.
on you.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, no, this one worked fine on
Cool.
Windows
This
10.
pipe must drain
It
the
did
waste
download a
intestines.
weird Windows 9 media player codec, which was kind of odd. I don't know. It was
somebody
just
signed that off.
it works.
Cool.
It works, but yeah, I don't know
Games
what.
for Windows?
Yeah, no, thank God. Man, games for Windows. I told you that catastrophe with like Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, we
right?
talked
That-
the other night about it.
Holy cow, man! Trying to get rid of that. There's workarounds, but it's embedded like a tick. It's
Yeah.
like you can't get rid of that stuff,
Yeah.
and it really screwed up a lot of like decent games. Like Fallout 3 was impacted by it. I remember that. Obviously, Mortal Kombat Collection.
One of
is
the-
what it is. The first three.
One of the first games I ever saw that got really ripped on was the original BioShock. Had heavy
Yes.
games for Windows, and when it went south, everybody
They actually went in and like tore it
yeah,
all
and
out.
they
redid it.
yeah, for sure.
They did it the right way. So yeah, we see our
was
investigate just
misery.
killed somebody. This dude had his organs spread out all over. Man, is that really dark? Holy cow!
I've never
How dark
seen
that game is.
equipment
It's a little
like
dark.
this before.
It wasn't that dark when I recorded the footage. I don't know. It must have happened on the
This tunnel
conversion.
feels
or,
like it's going to collapse at any
I don't know.
moment.
Maybe it was that dark. And my
I mean, you
TV's
do have a
horrible.
nice display, and
Maybe
it's
it's
really
just
bright, right?
Yeah, it is
So-
really bright. And then, you know, basically after this point, the game really starts,
Hot to
and
pick up.
you know, the guy's driven to kind of go find out other things, and he works as a private detective,
Sure.
kind of a PI kind of thing. Which I do remember the other guy in that game being a detective.
The new one.
Yes.
He is, yeah.
It looks like something's been removed.
And
from it.
funny enough, it is in like a port town,
Yeah.
but I still don't think there's a direct correlation. I don't remember it being
Huh. Okay.
1-to-1 kind of thing.
Yeah, I thought it was. I don't know very much about it. My reading into it has been kind of light because anytime I get
Because in this one, it's about, well, you go to investigate, like, you get this assignment to go investigate this, you know, grocery store issue. Like, they they were robbed or they were burned down or something like that. It wasn't burned to the ground, but it was, like, robbed. There was an incident there. The other one, I believe it has something to do with a whaling company. It's not a grocer, I know that.
okay,
Yeah, so maybe they just changed some of the story around. It's interesting though to watch. I've watched somebody play all the way through. Yeah, there's a lot of channels that play games. You can see the whole game being played. They take out all the cutscenes and things like that. Especially like Fog Media on YouTube does that. But some other ones do that as well. And I watched it through like Survival Horror Network. On
So it looks like I pulled this up real quick. It looks like the only difference between, or the similarity is in universe only. Different companies, different teams, different engines.
Gotcha. Okay.
So it's simply a license.
It's a license, yeah. So now you're arriving into that little town.
Yeah.
And you're going to search out the grocery store, and all the characters really look crazy in this game. They do. They look really bad. I don't know. They all look the same. The same model is used, but it could be because they're all related.
I'm not very familiar with Lovecraftian as it is.
Yep.
So it all looks some level of weird.
It's odd.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool though. There's
it's
I'm
dark. I love it. I think
not
it's
a
great.
huge fan of it either, but there's some games that I've played that do it well. Some board games, some tabletop games, things like that. Like we have Mansions of Madness.
Yeah.
That's a big board game that we have that is very Lovecraft inspired. Right? Let's jump over to our next game, which is
what are we showing next?
another kind of not horror game. It's a horror game. So it's not survival horror. It's a walking simulator. This is Layers of Fear, and Layers of Fear 2 just came out.
We were talking about this. Yeah.
I've seen some people playing it on YouTube. But this is Layers of Fear, the original one. So if anybody's looking at trying it out, you can get it fairly cheap. And it's a really good game. I've done playthroughs on my channel in the past. You can finish it in one sitting. If you're willing to sit down for 4 hours, you can beat the game.
The new one
get through the game.
The new one looks interesting. I have not purchased it yet.
It does look cool. Did it come out on all platforms, or is it just on PC? Okay. I've only seen, as far as I know, the only ones I've seen playing it are PC gamers. But I was wondering if it came out, because it is a good game. It's
everywhere.
It is. It's well worth playing it on all platform, or on any platform. We have it. What's our deal on it? So it's $20, and if you're a Wild member, it's $14.99.
Okay.
So it's not bad. It falls within the reasonable $15 for a weekend play. Which is how I look at everything. I'm going to drop the link in the chat if anybody wants to check it out. And this is a Steam key again. So, yeah, we give you kind of like a little bit of the beginning of the game. There's story to it. Essentially, you take on the role of an artist.
Okay.
And you're kind of an artist that might or might not have killed his family.
Okay. All right.
And
maybe not.
As you play through the game, you kind of get to see the madness of his mind. And it plays very similar to PT. Let's say for all we saw of PT.
Sure.
Plays a little bit similar to that.
Okay.
You're going into rooms, you turn around, it's the exact same hallway you came down, but you're going through another door that's the exact same hallway you came down. That's that kind of thing. And it's basically, I think the house that you're in is kind of representative of his mind as he makes the descent into madness and remembering what happened, kind of thing. His wife is kind of his greatest piece of art.
Okay.
That he's been designing.
All right.
Yeah, it's got some craziness to the story.
Sure.
A little bit of an interesting walking simulator. That's what I would call it.
Okay.
Like, it really is a walking simulator. You're basically being led through a story, and really all you're doing is opening doors.
It kind of reminds me of Canarium.
A little bit.
Right.
A little bit like that.
So, where it's like walking simulator, you've got the environment that you're around, it's got some of that horror around you.
Yes. Yeah, there's that suspense of like you don't see the enemy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably guess I would put it in with Canarium.
Okay.
Because really your biggest fetch quests are like go get the key.
Right.
To open this other door, or you just randomly run across the key because one door opened and there was another key sitting there, and you grabbed the key and you moved on to the next. It's not really an intense. It's an intense gameplay. It's more of an experience than it is anything beyond that, right? So it's like you experience it. They do have a VR version, which I'd love to try.
Oh,
I have it.
Cool. Oh, that's cool.
I have it. I've never tried it.
For the new one.
For this one.
How?
What do you mean?
How do they have a VR? Oh, I'm sorry. No,
What were you thinking?
No, I was. No, not for Cthulhu.
No, not for Cthulhu. No, talking about Layers of Fear.
Yeah, sorry. Wires crossed. Brain fart there for sure.
They have. Is it on the PS4?
Layers of Fear?
I thought.
I saw the trailer for it the other day.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it is only Layers of Fear 2 that has the VR experience. I thought that they had updated it for the Vive.
They could very well have. I'm looking at the page on the consoles and it doesn't make mention of it, so.
It does not have support. Oh, maybe it was somebody talking about, like, oh, it would work in VR. You can force it to that because you can map it, but they haven't done it in VR. I do know it's on mobile, though.
Okay.
But, yeah, for some reason I thought it the original one. But I do know, yeah, I think I got it confused, though. Layers of Fear 2 is the one that has VR in it. So, I don't know. It would be an interesting game to do in VR.
Oh, VR horror is super fun.
It's an intense experience, yeah.
Yeah, I'm really into it.
Yeah. This one, again, it's scary, but it's not overwhelming, right? You can sit there and play that game and, have a good experience, and you're not going to have to quit. Like I said, I played it all the way through in one setting when I did it. So it's not a very long game. But it is good. So the next game we're going to talk about, you've played a lot. Deus Ex.
Played every one of them. Even the bad ones.
And I really was a big fan of the original Deus Ex.
Me too, yeah.
And I actually am a fan of the second one where it took place in Seattle. What was that called? Deus Ex...
Clinics?
Gosh. I didn't note this for tonight, so.
Yeah, no, I have to look it up as well. It's been a while, but that was the first one that I actually played. And funny enough, I was pretty happy with it, and a lot of people didn't like that one. Then I went back and played the other ones. I thought they were okay too. So I don't know. Maybe it's just personal preference, but
there was two big problems everybody had with the second game, and they tried this unique ammo system where your ammo was basically shared across everything.
Yes,
and it was jarring.
Invisible War.
Yes,
that was the one that took place in Seattle.
Yeah. And the ammo thing was what people didn't particularly care for on it. Having played the first game where you get all the gadgetry and there's the planning and the strategy to walk into the second game, and it's like, oh, everything shoots green. It was underwhelming.
Yeah, it's a little weird on that side.
But these new ones these are excellent games.
Yeah, essentially, I mean, what Square's the creator of them, right?
Yeah.
And what did they end up doing? I mean, it's almost like a re-envisioning of like what it should be, because they got into augmentations again.
Mm-hmm.
But essentially, your guy is not augmented in the beginning of the game.
Yeah, so
the very beginning.
The last couple that have been published by Square and developed by Montreal. They did a reboot of everything. So there was no JC, no Invisible War, nothing before that, right?
Right.
And
the links are in chat for the games. Again, Steam game, so you can sit there and play it.
yeah, I guess I will call this, I don't know, what would I mostly compare this to? It's a pretty open world. At some places they do lock you down.
It was all just theory.
You've got RPG mechanics. The cyberpunk is absolutely there.
Yeah, it's definitely heavy on this one.
Yeah, even heavier than the last one.
Yes. Yeah.
In this game, you get full augmented body parts.
Yeah. Well, I mean, essentially, if you play through the first half hour with what's his name, Adam, look at his last name. You get to see Adam kind
Just
of
rechecking data.
basically become mostly machine.
Jensen, yeah.
Adam Jensen, yeah. You know, he that's not really a spoiler because it pretty much happens right at the beginning. But I mean, he basically becomes a superhero.
It's on the front of the box.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
not a spoiler.
exactly.
I'll walk you.
And he gets some really cool stuff, and it's definitely heavy on this, you know, the kind of the cyberpunk world.
Yeah, it takes place in a world where, so we fast forwarded, corporations are more powerful than governments, and I believe the corporation he works for is called Seraph Industries.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they're working on anything from weapons to like augmentations to
what are they
science.
not working
yeah, they
on,
work
right?
on anything.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool. And this is his ex-girlfriend or fiance. I'm not sure how she was really tied to him, but I know that they were together at one point. This footage was taken in 4K, so that's why the text is so small.
Yeah.
Again, it looks great in 4K, but certain things don't scale in 4K.
Right.
And the text was one of them. And I'm not sure if you could update and change the text on its own or not.
I'll double check that.
Yeah, I'm
I can't believe you were asking about.
it's jarring when you see it here. It doesn't look like this when you actually play it on your machine. And they're also, you know, socializing, and this is all vocal.
Yeah.
So I think when I played, I didn't even know if I played with subtitles on.
I left the subtitle. I think they were on by default because I was actually streaming this game last time. This was
Okay.
years ago when I
Okay.
streamed it. But I think I was streaming it, so I really kind of didn't go off of my saved game. I went off of like just the beginning, so people could see kind of the beginning of the game kind of thing. Because it's very interesting. It's very heavily story driven. You get to see some cool stuff right at the beginning going off.
Yep.
And then it jumps right into the action, kind of the tutorial, kind of shows you how to shoot and duck behind cover, because it does have that cover mechanic. As you were pointing out, it has more like an RPG mechanic. It has some good weapon, you know, play in the game. It's got a lot. So here we've jumped, forward into like an issue that's going on at the Seraph building itself.
One thing the game does really well is all the world, when I say the worlds, the areas, I guess we'll call them, that you work your way through.
Yep.
Everything can be tackled in more than one way.
Yeah.
And I don't mean that in the sense of you can shoot him with a gun, or you can shoot him with a bigger gun, or you can shoot him with a silenced gun.
Right.
You can talk your way through stuff, you can sneak your way, you can hack your way, you can shoot your way. So it's like
Yep.
there's a lot of branching paths that let you make different decisions.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. You can go through and do it in many different ways that you want. It does, with the cover mechanic, it also has like a damage where you regenerate health. If you don't take any shots, he has actually like health regeneration. So it plays similar to like Halo or anything else when you're, Gears of War when you're playing the game. They did a good job with it. It's, pretty much the whole game is. It feels good when you're shooting. I mean, the cover mechanic's a little. I would say if my one complaint about the game, if there is one, it's the cover mechanic and shooting from the cover mechanic. Because the blind fire doesn't feel right in the game.
Yeah.
So you usually have to like push yourself over the object to be able to like stand up and shoot down on something or shoot around something. And you can't really tell like if you're far enough away from the object in front of you that you're using as kind of cover that you're not going to shoot it. Because your red dot goes above it, and you think, okay, I'm good, but your bullets are still hitting the object in front of you, like that you're behind. That was the only kind of complaints that I had about it. But if you play it for about really 10 minutes, you kind of get over that right away.
Yeah,
it's pretty solid on how to shoot.
It's not the only game that does this, but I also really like that you can jump between first and third person. Very commonly these days, I feel like we either get, if you're lucky and you get a Fallout, you get both.
Yeah.
But I feel like these days it's like it's a either or Division third person Destiny, first person. Call of Duty,
Yeah.
first person. You know. So I loved this in Metal Gear games, and I'm a super big fan of it in this game.
Yeah.
Sometimes I like to be out in first person with the gun, but sometimes in third person you can kind of see more of your surroundings. Yeah.
No, it makes sense. Yeah, there he goes. Shooting further enemies too is a little bit difficult with those kind of close range weapons. There are some sniper weapons, like weapons with ranged scopes on them and things like that. That would make it easier. This one, I was also playing with the Steam controller. I do suggest like not doing that, or playing with at least a modified version of the Steam controller controls. Like, there's probably somebody that's built a better mod. The aiming kind of mouse thing is a little difficult. I had to move closer because I just couldn't get it pinpointed. It's not as, although they say it's a better way with that kind of aiming touchpad as your right trigger or your right analog. It takes place instead of the right analog. It's just not as sensitive, it seems, or it's too sensitive.
Sure.
It's like you got to dial it in every time. And they say it's better than using an actual analog stick. I could get the argument, but you've definitely got to play around with it. Yeah, here Adam's going to get a little bit of a lesson.
A little bit of a lesson, yeah.
This is what causes him to lose like arms and stuff.
Because is this Seraph's daughter, your girlfriend?
I
I
believe
so.
Yeah. What is the guy's name? Devin? No, David.
Seraph, yes.
Yes. He kind of runs the whole thing.
Yeah.
CEO or whatever. And, yeah, Adam is like head of security. He gets a little beat up, yeah. Yeah, it's a little beat up. It's a good game, good play, interesting story. Like I said, it definitely is as good as all the other Deus Ex games.
Oh, I'm all about them.
Yeah. And then the new one, we'll be talking about that one soon, Mankind Divided. That one, we just haven't gotten it up, I believe.
Or Human Revolution, you mean?
No, this is Human Revolution.
Flipped. Got it.
Mankind Divided, I think, is the next one. Let's, we're going to flip over. We're going to look at our next game. That one, the new one, the next one we're going to talk about is Conglomerate 451. Just came out.
You're going to have to tell us about this because I don't know very much about it.
I played a little bit of it.
Okay.
Let's take a look at it. So this is Conglomerate 451. This is a game, if you like traditional, and I'm talking about traditional, funny enough. I'm talking about like traditional RPGs that you had to draw your own map out.
Okay, like pen and paper.
Like pen and paper style. This game should appeal to you. It's
Okay.
cyberpunk, though. It's not cyberpunk 2027 or whatever, 2077. This is cyberpunk in an RPG mechanic. I compare it to Legend of Grimrock, which you didn't really know.
You said that
well.
when you first mentioned this the other day.
Legend of Grimrock. It's available on PC. It's available. It's an indie game that was actually made available in lots of places, but it's one of those games where it's done with a unique look, and it looks really solid. And you're like, man, this is going to be amazing, like first-person game. But it's a corridor style RPG where you move one space and like you just move forward, and you can turn left and right. But it's not like free roam.
Okay.
Free roaming kind of locomotion. It's sections of a hallway that you're walking down, although it doesn't look like it is.
You don't have absolute full control of your movement.
You don't.
Like direction.
It's like a traditional style dungeon crawler from an RPG. And you have an amazing like wheel of opportunities, and you have 3 characters that you lead through, which is kind of funny. So you're like the director, and then your people are your fighters. So in one way, it's almost like Soda Pop Dungeon,
Okay.
except you're controlling what they do. There's no put them on auto mode and they fight for you. But you get a chance to play through the game. You get the chance to use all their different, like in the left-hand corner, you can see the different attacks they have, or defend this round. It's basically a turn-based kind of RPG that you're playing. And I found it to be interesting. It's got the look, it's got the feel of something that's cyberpunk. It's got the look and feel of something that's like very well done. It's just it's built on a an older mechanic,
Right.
Which is really kind of cool. It's like a retro mechanic,
Right.
To bring us back around to like where we started. We were on a retro game. We're back to a retro mechanic. But if you do want to check these games out, I will put the link in chat for the Steam Key version. And like I said, if you really want something to reference off of, if you own Legend of Grimrock or Legend of Grimrock 2, that is what this game is. It's built in that same kind of design. It's a corridor, dungeon crawler, old school like RPG. Fun one. I think a lot of people would enjoy it. It's not super in depth. There's a lot of depth to it, but you can play it. It's a very easy game to get into. That's how I like to say it. And it's got good effects. Makes you feel like you're doing something. It's just got a good feel to it.
One of my favorite things about cyberpunk games, just generally speaking, is like I love the color palettes that you deal with. So it's like things typically take place at night. It's typically dark.
Yep.
But it's also like it's very bright. Like the lights are very vibrant. Everything looks very cool.
Sure. Everything's in neon.
Everything's a screen. Everything's got a nice bright, yellow or blue or red neon to it.
I would like to sink some hours into it. I would guess that this game's probably got, I don't know right now, but in my experience with these types of games, it's probably like 15 to 20 hours of gameplay.
Okay.
A healthy amount. Let's just say that. I don't know how everybody else feels about it, but anymore, games that are like over 20 hours, they're big games to me. Like, I used to be all about, like, give me the JRPGs, and I'd sit there and grind away for, 30, 40 hours. I'm not so much anymore. It really has to be an intense game that draws me in. And the last game that did that was Days Gone.
Yeah.
Funny enough, we were talking about that. Days Gone really draws you in to play more of the game, and it's a long game. It's probably like 50 hours, 30 to 50, depending upon how much you complete and all that.
Yeah.
And if you want to go for completionist, I'm sure it's upper 50, 60, if not a little bit more, maybe.
I put it a little bit more than that.
Yeah. And the game looks phenomenal. So I've been quite happy with it. Welcome, Paradox. So it's one of those things where I like the game. You can see here where it's not that free roam, because it looks like, I could walk over to that door and check out what's going on there, but it keeps you in that corridor, so you're kind of locked into that. You could draw a map by like taking graph paper. You could sit there and map this out just like you did back in the day, with those games.
I'm really stoked to have seen a good many cyberpunk just kind of related games in the last couple years, and even moving forward, there's a couple really nice looking ones. It's a really fun universe.
Yeah, for sure. We gonna check out Rescue HQ?
Yeah, it reminds me of Ruiner when I look at this.
It definitely has some Ruiner feel.
Yeah.
If Ruiner wasn't top down, right?
Right, yeah.
Kind of thing, it would be that. Yeah, I think we're gonna take a look at some Rescue HQ.
Cool.
So let's get that switched over. We did not have a chance to play. It's been a shorter week. This game launched this week that we're going to talk about, Rescue HQ, the Tycoon.
Yeah, we
from
had
Aerosoft, actually.
Yeah, we kind of ate Monday, so we were...
Yeah, with the Memorial Day weekend, it makes it a little tough. But we're going to take a look at it. We're going to actually start with the tutorial, because I believe that we're going to know how to play it, but it is that kind of a game where you're like, probably going to have like a little bit of like things that are specific or unique to it. So I'm going to grab mouse and keyboard for it, because I think we're going to need it.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and flip this around.
Is this PC only right now?
As far as I know, it is.
Okay.
It is. So let's see. We're going to look for... There we go. So, Rescue HQ. Let's turn it up a little bit. So, let's jump into a new game. I dubbed the Cadet Streets of SF, Berlin Revisited Hard Mode, and SF Revisited Hard Mode. It's recommending us to
start with
do
one.
this, so we're gonna, we're acquired by a German company, so Berlin, perfectly fine to work in. So let's go ahead and check that out. And we'll put a link into chat. We've got it on sale. Slightly less than everybody else has it on sale for. We got it for $25.99. And if you're a member of Wild, you can get it for $24.99.
Mm-hmm.
So we're just throwing caution to the wind and putting these things out there at the best price we can.
Yep.
I don't know, what was the Crazy Eddie commercials a long time ago? I don't know. We're not going to stand and jump on cars or anything about it, but we're trying to help out and give the community a good deal on it. The developer, obviously, they were nice enough to even put the game on sale. So,
Right.
Props to them for putting the game out and having it on sale for first week launch. That's always nice. I'm going to give you the links in chat. I've just got to find it. There we go. And I think the game came out
Welcome, dear friend. I will
Tuesday.
personally guide you in building
Was it
this
the 28th?
HQ.
I think so.
Tell me your name.
So let's see. We got our
What? Oh,
mayor with no
you
neck.
can't.
Or no,
Well,
thank God.
tough luck.
I thought he had
I
no neck.
dub
He's
thee
actually got like a really
cadet.
high collar on. It looks kind of funny. It looks like it's scrunched up.
The proportions there are not.
Yeah, it looks a little crazy.
totally...
Welcome, dear friend. I will personally guide you through building this HQ. Tell me your name. Wait, what? You can't? Well, tough luck. I dub thee cadet. Well, he's putting us in charge. And he's
I'll
calling
set up
us.
firefighting, police,
Yeah,
and
kinda
medical
weird.
departments. You better follow my lead.
You will set up firefighting, police, and medical departments. You better follow my lead cadet. Okay.
First off,
let's build a fire department.
Not that
I don't like fire. I mean, it's
it's
bright.
And if you get
If
close,
you get close, it's warm. It causes
delicious,
terrible pain.
terrible pain.
Okay, I keep hitting the button.
Anyways,
It's
you've
pulling me
got
down.
some money. Put it to
Anyways,
use.
you got some money.
Build a
Put it to
fire
use.
engine, repair
Build a
equipment,
fire engine.
get a
Prepare
hiring
equipment.
desk.
Get a
You do
hiring
that,
desk.
and I'll
You do
make
that.
sure you have
and I'll
some
make
fire
sure you have some
emergencies
fire
soon enough.
emergencies soon enough. Awesome. So he's going to be our arsonist mayor.
Thanks, Mayor.
So we kind of already have, it looks like something. So I guess this is our main building. We got some people. Can we zoom in? Zoom in. The game reminded me a lot. I'm going to throw that link in chat before I get too far. So if you want to check it out, you can. The game reminded me a lot of the Two Peaks Hospital game from Sega that just had come out. Is that the game?
Because they just bought them. 2 Point?
2 Point.
2 Point Hospital.
2 Point Hospital, not Two Peaks. I was thinking Twin Peaks.
Yeah.
That happened in the Seattle area or Washington State. So let's see. We got to build an LF10 garage. Let's see. How do we do that? The menus. Okay, we got that. So this looks like our build menu. Got to build a garage. Door or LF. Okay, there's the LF10. Okay, that must be the truck. Oh my god. Okay, it's showing us here. Okay. Do we have to build a building too? We do, but we can probably put it in here. No, we got to build the building first. Sorry. Got it. And then we put the truck in. So we need to build building, which could be under corridor. No. Office. No. Maybe it is just garage. Employees, resources. It probably showed us how to build the building, and I just went right past it. Without a care in the world. Is there anything else? Nope. Okay, let's try this. Garage. Oh my god. See, they kind of throw these things up here, and it's a little strange. So that's it. Right here. Can we just drop it in? Oh. Well, that's interesting. How did we do that? I think we were supposed to map out... Let's see if we can overwrite this sucker. How do we turn it? There we go. Well, that's going to be in the way. Can we bulldoze
Where's
that?
the delete button?
That's what I was going to say. Where's the bulldozer? That's money. Sell object. Let's try selling it. Nope. Clear area. There we go. Now we're we're moving forward at this point.
I was going to say we're in business, but we're at least moving forward.
Yep. So I'm going to draw this out here. All right. Can we move our camera around? Usually you can. That's the wrong kind of moving around. Okay, let's go right here to here. There we go.
There we go.
Now we're cooking with oil. I don't know, is that what they used to say?
Yeah.
Awesome. Build air. Object cannot be reached by the crew. Okay, well, I guess we got to put in a door. I mean, let's not have a fit. There we go. Okay, sweet.
Awesome.
It doesn't like something. Build. Okay. Didn't we just do that? Do we need 2 of them? Can we put 2 in?
Is it in the wrong building?
I don't think so. Oh, wait. It's not built yet. That's what's happening. I see. Okay, this is the... Do we have to do something here? Didn't we put it down correctly?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, we're on pause. Okay, hold on. Is it going to build while we... It is. So it's moving forward. It's taking time to build.
There
That's
we
what
go.
it is.
Okay.
Baltimore, what's up, man?
How's it going, Baltimore?
Yep. Lady, thank you. Yeah, we figured that out. It was paused. We were sitting there looking at the crates like, why isn't it moving? But yeah, it was paused. Thank you. Appreciate it. Welcome, Baltimore. How are you, man? Hope you're having a good evening. Okay, national holiday is about to start. People usually celebrate with tons of fireworks. They do.
Expect a lot of fires in urban
A
areas
lot of
during that
things in the urban areas during that time. Okay, cool. We'll be ready. What else do we have to do? We have to build fire department hiring station. So let's see. That's going to be an office, I'd imagine. Chairs, hiring station. Okay. Can we put that in here? Give him a window seat. Oh, look. It's like, nope.
Do you need to put it in an office?
Not inside office. Maybe this is the office?
I think the office is... Yeah, there we go.
There we go. Sweet. Object cannot be reached by crew. What? A door. Okay, well, we'll figure out why that is. Build air tank refill station. Utility. Probably this one. Where do you think that would go? In here?
Utility room?
No, it's not going to go there. It's going to go here. There we go. Objects cannot be reached by crew. It'll be fine. Okay, which object is it complaining about? This one? Oh, I wonder... Yeah, I've got it up against the wall, don't I? That's what it is. Let's clear this. Oh, God, get rid of that, too. Wait, what? Clear area. There we go. Man, it does not like that. What is it doing now? Holy cow. Clear it. Get rid of the damn thing. Okay, anyhow, we'll fix that as we go. Where's our hiring desk? I see what it was saying. It's like, oh, you've got it in an area where they can't even get to
to
the
it.
damn
Yeah.
thing. Okay, now we're good. We'll get rid of that thing as we go.
Still feel like they could have hopped over the desk and been fine.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, these people in
We've
these
done it
games.
here before.
Sell object. Can we... Is that an object? That's not an object. That's something. We got to clear the damn thing out. Let's go like this. Oh! It's getting worse.
Give me the mouse. Give me the mouse.
You just getting out of work? Oh, you worked a little late tonight? Oh, dude, I know. That's how it goes. We work a little bit late, too. We're with you. God. Build an air tank storage. Didn't we just do that? Tank refill is what we built. Okay, we're going to leave that building like that. We're going to make it an alcove. And we need to find utilities, and we need to tank storage this thing. So let's drop that right there. Probably say they can't get to it. Is there a fire going on? There's a couple fires. We better get people going. Yeah. It's important.
Here, you respond to
The bottom of the bottom half allows you to actually assign assets.
This is also how you
You want to send the vehicles out, crew and equipment. You can select vehicles, also provide the necessary seats for your crew and slots for the equipment. Got it. Okay, cool. We need to send here. Oh wait, I didn't read the mayor. No neck mayor. No neck mayor here. Here is your respond. Here you respond to emergencies and make tough decisions that determine the safety of the city. The best part, this is how you earn money.
Choose
Didn't know
carefully
fighting
which
fires
vehicles,
was a
crew,
money-making
and
business.
equipment to send
Okay.
out.
Choose carefully with
Unavailable
wild
until
vehicles.
this
Which
emergency
vehicles?
is resolved.
Crew and equipment to send out. As they will be unavailable until the emergency has been resolved. Okay. So we want to do that. We want to send these folks. I'm guessing 2 is okay? No, 4 would be better. Let's go with 4. That, and let's give them an air tank. Or 2. Dispatch. Go. Do your thing. In the top part of the window, your resource requirements to successfully complete this emergency. Top part of the window. Which window? Which top part? This one. No, national holiday. I don't know what they're talking about. Proceed to next shift. Okay, pay them overtime. Overtime. Go.
I get overtime.
Shut up. Go to the build office and place the office room square in the problem area. Yes, we will do that. That's a good idea. Later. I've never played this, so I don't know anything. Yeah, you and us both. This week was short, so we didn't even have a chance to play the game before we got it on stream. We just got the game. It just launched, like we said, Tuesday.
We looked at it.
Normally, we get a chance to play the thing.
We looked at the videos and the images and whatnot as we were publishing it and getting everything lined up. And we were familiar with the game and
Yeah.
kind of the genre, but we had not actually played.
We said, how hard can this be?
Well, give me the mouse.
Give me the mouse. No. Office. Let's try to rebuild the office. Yeah, that was a good idea. So, door. No, we don't need a door.
Look at that.
A main
a
entrance.
fire department.
We need to
Now I can start to
expand this.
forward fire.
There we
choose
go.
Your way. Obviously, keep
I think you had the
growing
right
your
idea
department.
on that one.
You'll even be able to handle
Awesome.
kittens and
You really
kittens.
enjoy these types of games? Yeah, I do too. I like Tycoon games. It's been a really long time. Like the 2 Point Hospital,
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that. That's fun. That one's really fun. So I'm kind of hoping for the same thing here. I think obviously there's a little bit of a learning curve to get into them. It probably takes you a good half hour to really get things down to where you're like, okay,
Sure.
I can do this, crank away. But once you do, I mean, you really can, jam on it and start to
Yeah, definitely.
enjoy them. Look at that. Fire department, now I can start to forward fire issues your way. Obviously, keep growing your department. You'll be able to handle even kitten and trees. Okay, it looks like we had one more. We will definitely need more manpower
We need to recruit
if we are
more
to thrive.
firefighters.
We need to recruit more firefighters. We got that going
New
on.
hires are
New
usually
hires are usually rookies.
nearly useless in the
They are
field,
nearly
unless
useless in
they
the
have
field
really
unless they have a really strong
superstition-
superstation or supervisor.
Having, the
Having your muscle mass of yogurt,
newly hired
rookies are basically
emergencies.
useless
They
in
can get
emergencies.
stronger in a basic training area, usually.
What? Having the muscle mass of yogurt. What is that?
Yogurt?
Yogurt?
I think it's a joke
Oh,
because yogurt has.
gotcha. No
Yeah.
substance. It's mushy
Yeah.
or whatever. I gotcha. Now I understand. They can get stronger in the basic training area, usually. Okay, we gotta probably do that next. Unlock the station. In vehicles, ask for help to automatically complete the emergency. Convert it to money at the end of the week. You can only stockpile a limited amount of reputation. This cap increases at the end of the week. The reputation gained beyond this cap is automatically converted to money. Okay. So we're on pause right now. I don't know how much money we need, but I'm guessing we want to expand our garage to get at least 2 trucks in here. Can we do that while we're sitting here? Not doing any fires. We got them. Looks like we need to go one
You
more.
might be like short one set of squares, yeah.
One more will do it. It looks like it. Let's get another truck in here. There we go.
Perfect.
Sweet. So we'll get that set up, and it looks like we need to do a training area. We might be able to do that training area.
Do you need to hit play so it'll actually build?
I was going to try to do this.
Got
and
it,
then
okay.
There's nothing we can do, though, for the training area. The water hauling. Oh, we got to unlock it. Gotcha. Okay, for some reason, they have this. Whatever this is, they got to have it. And we will... not inside training... Oh, I thought that was the training room. Okay, build a training room. Where are we going to put the training room? How about in the back here? Let's build about yay big. We need to build a hallway corridor. I'm getting the hang of this now, so you just kind of grab and go. Like that. Let's put a garage or a training door in. Right there. And a bucket station right here. And let's go. Go! There we go. So they'll do their thing. Yeah, no, it's actually coming together now. Looks like the items you can only... Looks like items can only be put into the correct rooms. Yes, that's what it ends up being, like. It's how it seems. You have to click on that. Whatever you're working on, you have to build the room first by just dragging and creating like a square floor plan, or whatever floor plan you want. Then you have to put the door in that matches the area that you're putting in, and then you can put in any items like you're saying. So, yep, you've got it right down. And I think it's going to come a little bit easier here as we move forward. Unattended needs may cause crews to leave work. So this is food, rest, hygiene. Other status may cause crews to be ineffective in dispatch or production, i.e. injuries or exhaustion. Allow your crew to go home on shift change, reset these afflictions. I wonder if you can even build beds. Isn't that what a firehouse is? They stay there.
I thought so.
Crew needs. So they do. They have bedrooms.
Yeah.
But it's not saying like, oh, you need to deal with a bedroom. I think what it was telling us is you need to unlock some of these trucks. And we could have put different trucks
So
in.
you need to build water hauling training to complete the objective?
We do have that. Oh, it was still building. When the mayor interrupts, it pauses.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, that's what happens. When the mayor does his thing, we can actually speed it up. Let's speed it up a little bit while we're on our... while we got time. Okay, everything's built now, it looks like. But what is this room? Thought it was an office.
I think it's just a room for now.
Is this thing not functioning? Oh, we got to build 2 of those workstations. Workout training rooms. Things, whatever they are.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Let's put one right about, yeah. Okay, now we should be good. That'll build quickly.
Now you're
Haven't had any
looking for
fires.
train for emergencies.
Unless they're
Check
hidden.
the
Oh, there are.
applicants tab in the crew menu.
There's
Some
fire
roads
going on.
can
People are
join
like,
our
damn, where's the fire department?
Our cult.
Okay.
So much fun.
Let's send these guys out, and we'll have them go with a few air tanks. Go. Okay, now they're all working out. We're good. Now your rookies can train for emergencies. Check the applications tab in the crew menu. Some rookies are willing to join our little cult. Our cult. So much fun. That guy's a little weird.
Assimilating fresh souls.
Assimilating fresh souls. Finding applicants requires manning recruitment desks. Some may also join after completing objectives. Keep that in
Every
mind.
crew member needs a locker.
Every crew member needs a locker. Okay, so we
Let us keep
have to have extra
expanding the common
lockers.
area. And by us, I mean
Let's keep expanding the common
set up
area.
a small kitchen
By us, I
where
mean
people
you.
can eat
Set up a
in
small
peace
kitchen
and
and a
use the
bathroom.
toilet.
where people can eat in peace and use the toilet, well, respectively.
Anyway,
Anyway,
if they don't have anything to eat,
if they don't have anything to eat, they'll
to
just
get
leave.
food
They'll just
right
leave
when
to
you
get
need
food right
I know,
when you need them.
Labor laws.
I know, labor laws, whatever.
Don
Don Carlito, in his
unending
unending wisdom, had decided to rat out his peers. The trials happen at the end of the week. Make sure his old friends don't get too close to him in the trial. Okay. Seems a little odd. What is this?
Sounds like a little bit of a setup.
It does. Adam Bolton. So we can hire him. Let's hire him. I'm not going to turn people away right now. Oh, another fire. Another fire. Let's get a few more people. Dispatch. Some air tanks. Boom.
It almost reminds me of, what's it called? The commander one. The police one. Where you and I were playing it, and Miguel was laughing at us because I was like, oh, forget him.
Oh, this was 911 dispatch?
That's kind of
yeah,
what
like that one.
view
Yeah,
reminds
that
me
one's
of.
really cool. I
Yeah.
like that too. Very similar to this.
Yeah.
Yeah, very
Uh-huh.
similar. I can see that. Baltimore. Yeah, no, I don't know what's wrong with the mayor, man. He is a little odd. The empty room looks like a garage since you need to select garage. Oh, that's true. It does look like a garage, doesn't it? I don't know what it is, though. It could be a garage. We might have to try that. I thought we tried that originally. To put, like, something in here. Let's try it. Could be a garage. It is a garage. You're right. Let's do that. We'll throw one truck in there. So we got a couple trucks. Let's see. We need a bathroom, right? That was one. So we got to give them a bathroom, which the best place to probably put the bathroom is right next to the training room. I screwed that up already. Let's go this way. Oop. Make it a bigger bathroom. And then that way. And can we put a door into the bathroom from...
Celebrations are about to start.
That mayor
Be
just,
ready to
he's
respond.
just always on us. It's like, let me tell you something more. Let me tell you something more, mayor. Celebrations are about to begin. Be ready to respond. All the crazies are going to start shooting off fireworks. Okay. Door. Whoops. Door. In, out. We're going to pause this so we can build our stuff. So let's put some toilets in. No walls. Which way? There we go. Oh, they do have stalls. They're fine. So we'll put 3 of those in there. We'll put some showers. Oops. Some sinks. No, shower. Shower is what we need. Let's turn that around. Do one there, 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 and there. And I guess we got to put a sink in or 2. There. There. Okay, that's a damn nice bathroom. Get to building. Without any items, you can hover over any room. Don't move. Oh, and it pops up. Gotcha. So if we're just sitting here, we just hover over here. Wait. Does it tell us? I know what you're saying. Without any items. Oh, there it is. Now it hovers over. Training. Utility. This is an office. Garage. Bathroom. Unisex. Guess the mayor is in it with the mafia. Explains why he's acting so strange. Yeah, he's acting... I don't know. When he said that one thing about minions, I was thinking, oh, is he like the devil? He likes fire. He's Satan. We need a kitchen. Let's do a kitchen. Kitchen would be best served right next to the recruiting office. It'll just make it easier. Make a bigger kitchen. Lots of people to feed. Oh, screwed that wall up. There we go. What can we put in the kitchen? Fridge. Sounds good. Put a fridge there. What? They can't reach that?
Because I don't think there's no door yet.
Oh, yeah, that door. That thing. I'm wonder if we make 2 doors, if it's any easier for them to get in and out. Probably. So we got a kitchen, we got chairs. Do they just kind of sit nowhere? They just kind of sit around? Put a chair there and there. And that's it. That's the kitchen. That's all you need. Fire. Let's get some people there. Some people are out. Or no, they're just tired. Maybe getting tired. Looks like they're getting tired. Probably going to have to let them rest here soon. Ooh. We don't have enough people. All the rest have gone out.
Boy. Oh, no.
Then there's a mafia-style trial boss event in the bottom right. Bottom right. Oh, I didn't see that. Okay, well...
Well, they're dead, so move on.
Our people are giving up. So, yeah.
There's no hope.
There's no hope. Everybody just decided to take a hell off for the holiday. Oh, these are just turning things off and on. Oh! They're all coming back. Okay, do we have enough to send out on this call?
You gonna save this last minute?
We're gonna try. We got some people that are tired. Buck up. Okay, give them some more of these. Okay, 85% dispatch. Go! 2 trucks. The whole entire staff. To save one little cottage, probably. We got... do we have... No, that was the only fire, right? No, there's 2 fires.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy. Ooh.
You're in some trouble now.
Okay, give it hell.
Oh, go for it. Go for it, I guess.
Give it hell, boys and girls. We'll see. I don't know. We're not building like the most amazing setup. So we need to build a bedroom now. I kind of figured that would come in because they get tired. What do you think of these guys? What was the last one of these you played? Or what style, I guess, of these?
The last style of these I played. I don't play a lot of Tycoon.
No.
The app. Oh gosh, what was the last one I played? So. We did muck around with the prison one.
Okay.
I think. So we screwed around.
Oh
with
yeah,
that.
that's true. We
screwed around with
did
that
a little bit
bit.
of like prison tycoon, or no, what was it called? Prison architect.
Yeah.
Yep. That's right. We did that.
But yeah, I don't play a tremendous amount of more like Tycoon kind of builders.
Okay, let's get them going here. Have 200 reputation. Okay, we still need to get more reputation. See, they're going to sleep now. Yeah, I'd have to say that, yeah, probably my last one was also Prison Tycoon, or Prison Architect. How about you guys in chat? Did anybody play the 2 Point Hospital one from Sega? That one was great. I remember playing that one 3 months ago.
I've only looked at it and chatted about talking to him, and then Sega bought it, and that was that. So.
Yeah. It was 2 Point Hospital for Baltimore. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that one. They did a free play weekend too on that.
Complete.
Where you could
very
play the
cool.
game all
Very
you
cool.
wanted, which was awesome.
Yeah, I'm a big fan.
Common area is complete. Terrific. Don't forget to add these spaces for your team as they grow.
Let's set up
basic police precincts so people can go out and fight crime. Get the police in on this. What do we have to build? Build police station. So what is this? If we go in... we're unlocked. Oh, I see. They got the little indicators up here of what they are. So, police hiring station. Okay, so let's put...
Starting to build something that looks a little bit like a business.
Yeah.
A little firehouse.
We'll put it on this side of the wall. Oops. We'll extend this out. Like a little wall divider. Bad use. Police desks. That one looks good. We'll have to put a door coming in over this way. And we need a hiring station. Let's see. That's a hiring station? No, that's a station there or something. Hiring station. This is what we were looking for. Okay, cool. Now we can put a door this way, and then we'll build a hallway out here. This is not designed by anybody that has any idea what they're doing. Just tell you, it may not be efficient. There we go. Hallway. Hallway. There we go. Let's extend that hallway out to the street. There we go. Need some doors. Corridors. Can we put a two-door one? No. It's got to be more than one. Holding cell. What? Okay. Anyhow. We've got a hallway to nowhere.
It'll go somewhere.
You've been on Surviving Mars, I think? Yeah, we actually have Surviving Mars. What did we play the other day? We played Green Planet.
Green Planet and Project
Laika.
Yeah, the one with the animals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The dog that went up in space on Sputnik
Yep.
2.
Mhm.
Yep, that's it. We were talking about that last time. Okay, send out the fire brigade. Yeah, I do like Surviving Mars. That's a pretty good one. I enjoyed that. That's fun. We'll pick 4. Let's send the big truck out with some tanks. Nice. Why can't we dispatch? I guess we gotta send 2 trucks. It's two alarm. I don't know. I forget what all the alarms are.
It for some reason said that you had overcrowded 1, so it was showing 4 or 3. And then as soon as you clicked the second one, it moved it to 12, and 4 or 12 was
Build
fine.
police station locker room. So now we got to do that. So I take that's the utility, right? Yep. Let's build that in here. That'll give us a reason to have a door. And we need probably lockers. Sounds about right. Oops, we got to unlock them. Let's do 2 sets. Oh, wait. Am I not selected? There we go. Now it's selected. Oh, we got to do them individually. Or not at all. Requires a wall. Oh, they got to be up against the wall. That's funny. Okay, swing that around. Put some extras in.
Got sunscreen in my eyes. Ouch. That's
Yeah, that kind of sucks.
That's pleasant right now.
Yeah, that really sucks. Okay, there we go. Door. Yeah, we'll put a door into here. How long do we stream for? It usually depends. We'll probably be streaming no more than like another 15 minutes.
Yeah,
We try to do 2 hours.
We usually cut off between 7:30 and 8.
Yeah, we'd like to go as long as possible, but we got to be back in here early in the morning, and then
Yeah, we're so busy right now.
yeah, it's like get home, I'll eat, I'll go to bed, I'll get back up, come in. We'll
Yep.
be doing the whole. We've got the entire deck to redo tomorrow, as well as you're still working on the Daedalic games that we talked about last week. We signed Daedalic on to distribute their stuff. We've got 35 of their games in. We're working to get them
We're
put
fighting
up
with
and
that.
live, and
We've got
all the
got
other
some
things.
promotions in the works that are going up in the morning. We've
gotta
got
do a
some
cruiser.
more new games in the morning.
Yep. Yeah, we've got a lot still launching, so yeah, it's one thing after another.
Don't bring anything more in at this point.
Yeah, I know. It feels that way, right?
Oh man,
We love it, but it does feel like, damn, it's like never enough.
I can't wait to see the end of the year. It's gonna be bananas.
Yeah, we do have a lot coming down the road.
What was that?
I don't know. What happened there? I thought it did that, right? Zip, zip. Let's make it big. It's garage. Oh, it doesn't like that. Did we run out of money? We might.
Well, I'm looking at the top
We got
left
a really
corner.
small ass...
The top left corner says your financial report. You got like 76,000, so you look really good there. You got plenty of stars. I mean, people are not happy, but
Nobody's ever happy. Yeah, I am too, Baltimore. Actually, funny enough, we manage the YouTube, we manage the social channels, all that stuff. And we were watching, we put this up on YouTube just to kind of show off the game, and yeah, it's been cranking up. A lot of people like Tycoon style games. They definitely enjoy that. And it's hard. you really don't get a mass amount of these games deployed a year
Right.
that are bigger known titles,
Right.
That really command like, oh, hey, we didn't know this game was coming. Let's throw this up there and get it visible. So it was good to see a nice one show up that we hadn't seen really since 2 Point, and kind of thought we'd get it out there and get it visible. And yeah, we put it up on YouTube, and a lot of people were like coming to check it out already.
Yeah.
Which is kind of funny. It's like usually that only happens with bigger.
When we're the first to launch something.
Yeah, when we're the first
yeah.
to launch or have something exclusive.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's me doing that. Is that too much? Let me ask you a real question. Is that too many notifications, Baltimore, when you see like 3 videos go up a week or a day, I mean? Is that too many notifications from YouTube? Because I've been worried about that. I don't want people to get over inundated with like
Right.
notifications because it's good. Okay. Yeah. I try to space them out so it's like 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon, 1 in the late afternoon.
Right.
1 at lunch, 1 in the late afternoon.
For a while, we were pretty fast.
Yeah, we were
furious
banging
on
them
it.
out, and we were like, "Uh-oh, I bet people are just getting like laden with these messages because it was automated in a way. It would automatically push the games live when we would push them through the system, and then we had our engineering redesign that so it didn't push them live right away, and we could control the amount that they were going out. So that we're only going to have a 75% chance because we're out of oxygen. It looks like
What's
going on
sounds
with
like
this
tough luck.
it's working over here. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, it was kind of an interesting thing that we were like, yeah, it just seems like it'd be way too many because it was probably like we were doing at some points 20 games a day.
Yeah.
So it was like 20 videos a day would be like heading to YouTube. And we're like, oh my god, we don't want people to get like burned out on just getting notifications for that. That's ridiculous. I wouldn't want that, kind of thing. So we cut it down to 3, which I've been pretty happy with.
Mm-hmm.
Can we finish this thing? They're gonna let me? No. Did I end up building like outside of the area? Is that the issue? Yeah, well, we can't do that. It's almost like we can't build further this way, although it looks like I can.
Can you go down? Can you try down? You trying to build the police cruiser?
Yeah.
For paperwork storage.
Look, it's just letting me build in a line.
So can you go south now?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
But the problem being is I can't get them out to the street that way. Doesn't even look like I can build this way. I'm just curious. I'm going to try building as far as I can. Nope. It's got me locked into this dark area.
Oh,
That's what it looks
like. Okay.
I didn't notice
I
that.
didn't notice that either.
Huh. Damn. Let's see if we can clear this up. Maybe we can get rid of this hallway that we don't really need. And can we build the garage in there? Maybe. Oh, it still thinks I'm trying to take things out. Hold on, where's that garage? There we go. Let's try to fix that. There we go. Yep. One more. We lost our desk. Okay, we might be able to fit a car in there now. Boop, boop. Yes. Okay. Police cruiser. Big ass garage. We'll fix that. It looks a little ridiculous. Nobody needs that much garage. Oh no. Maybe Aaron does. He's got plans, right? Office. Let's go this way now. Refit our office. We're gonna have to put a door in to our utility area right here and right there for the garage. Click, click, click. There we go. It's gaming, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Yes, it is. Yes, you're right, lady. I'm right behind you on everything that you're pointing out. I'm like, oh, and then I look over at your chat. If I would just look over to the chat, I would see you're pointing that out. Yeah, because I noticed that too. I was like, oh, that grass is a different color. I bet I can't go beyond that. And that's what he was saying already. Or Lighting was saying. Was this the one that we needed to replace? No. Oops. See the next shift. We need this one. Just gonna put that right there. Oh, fire. Yeah, we've been not paying attention to the fires. Oh, we got some oxygen tanks again. Let's go. Okay, they gotta build our police car and then build the police paperwork storage. We knew that one. That was pretty easy. It was right here. I had it earlier, I just didn't do anything with it. Oh, your first call.
Enforcement is up.
There you go.
Now it's
Enforcement
time to
is
finish
up and
some
running. Now
business.
it's time we finish some business. Alas,
Too much.
I talk too much.
The armed police.
Prepare the armed
for a
police.
mafia boss trial.
For a mafia boss trial. Alright.
Be a shame if you got off.
Police emergencies produce investigation files, paperwork, evidence, process and evolve them using the various stations that can be built for the office. Gain money, reputation from processing investigation files. Okay. Send out Gene Isley, police cruiser, dispatch. Go. This game has a little bit of depth to it. It does turn into Rescue City. If you look at some of the ones I've seen online so far, yeah, it's pretty crazy. I've missed 2 fires. Yeah, I know. I'm a little bit behind on the fires. Oh, we're still on pause. So these guys are out. This is the police. Yep. So we can see like who's out and doing what. Complete the mafia boss trial. Okay. So how do we do that? It talks about like you have to process things. Police crew, desk, 2000. I guess these folks are ones that we can hire, applicants.
If you cannot hire applicants, build more lockers.
We're just going all out. Just hire recklessly. Everybody gets a job. You can't hire any more applicants, build more lockers.
The amount of built lockers determines
The
how
amount
many
of
crew members
built
you can
lockers
hire for
determines
each
how
department.
many crew
Check the top
members
of
you
your
can
screen
hire
to
for
view
each
your current
department.
hiring capacities.
Check the top of your screen to view your current hiring capacities. Okay?
Locker space
Locker space is important.
for your crew to
All right.
work properly.
Get the locker thing. Limit the amount of applicants. Okay. Can we fit a row of lockers in with that? What do you think?
You'll be okay in there.
I would think so. Okay. It's going to be tight. I don't know. Looks like they're butting up against each other.
Yeah.
It does. We can put them here. And here. No, we can't. They can't reach to the ones down here. That's the problem. Funny. Okay. Get rid of that. Get rid of... Oh, God. Here we go again. Okay, get me out of this. Let me build this. There we go. How do we get us more space? If we moved our car over... yeah, we'd have to move the entire car over. Can we move that? Or can we not because the car is not there right now? That's probably the case. Okay, we're going to use another utility area. Oh, this is going to be silly. Okay, let's fix this. We're going to fix this. You're locked in jail. You can't go anywhere. Let's fix that. I was just curious if that would happen. Okay, get out of here. Now, let's rebuild the office. There we go. Good. Still sitting at the desk.
Working hard.
Like a trooper.
Working hard.
Office. Okay, we don't need any doors for the office. We need the utility room doors. We can clean all this up. And I have faith. We can get this working. I know that computer still goes to sleep.
Hey.
Oh, yes. What time is it? Oh, geez, it is getting close. Well, that's a fun game. I like it. It takes a little bit of time getting
Sure.
used to. my son would sit here and like build something super complex, like
Sure,
measured
yeah.
out by squares.
Sure.
I'm a little bit more heavy-handed with the walls
I'm a
and
li-
like that.
Anytime I've played these, I'm a little more loose with it for sure.
I definitely take, yeah, I'm a little bit more like, I just do whatever. But yes, that is Rescue HQ.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of fun game. I could see playing a little bit more of that. That one, we just got in this Tuesday, like we were telling you. And we do have it on some sales. It's got everything that I think you need, and it goes even deeper. I wish we could have got to some other stuff. I wish
Sure.
what would have happened this week, unfortunately, with the time given, we would have been able to play through some and then start in the middle,
Right.
instead of starting from the beginning and not really having it down pat.
Right.
Normally we try to do that. Next week, though, we've got the Daedalic game starting.
Mm-hmm.
So we should have 5 games up next week.
Yep.
We're hoping.
Mm-hmm.
And there'll be one each day, so then we'll be talking about all of them on Thursday.
Yeah,
We'll even be showing the Friday one on the Thursday show.
I'll tease a little bit for sure. We're gonna have Witch-It up, and Crazy Machines 3 will be up.
Oh, thanks for the link, Baltimore.
We are working very hard on State of Mind.
Yeah,
So,
State
yeah.
of Mind is
So-
really cool. That's the one
Yeah.
you've been most interested in that. Yeah, that one does look pretty cool.
Yeah.
There's a couple in there. Shadow Tactics is one.
in there. Holy
I'm
Potatoes
interested.
is in
Holy
there.
Potatoes. Yeah, if you've never played Holy Potatoes,
I think all 4 of them are there now.
fantastic
Yeah.
games. If you haven't played Holy Potatoes, so we're excited about getting those games live. Witch-It is cool. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you've noticed what Witch-It is.
Oh,
but it's
I've-
like a multiplayer,
yeah,
like
uh-huh.
online.
Yeah.
That one, I think I'm going to talk with our buddy over there at Daedalic and see if we can't do some key giveaways for Witch-It.
Awesome.
Because Witch-It is a nice multiplayer. I'd love to get
Totally.
some multiplayer going on with
Yeah.
some of the folks watching the show.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'll check with Justice over there, see if we can do that. Yeah, Daedalic is a great company. They do a lot of good games. I'm really excited about their stuff. Hopefully,
That was hard. That was hard work.
yeah, it took a little bit of time
Yeah.
to get that done. It was more along the lines of like we were being acquired at the same time.
Right.
As all that stuff was going on. So yeah, Bounty Train is awesome. Bounty Train is a good game.
Yeah, that did well for us when we launched it end of last year.
Yes.
September.
Yeah, it was like mid last
Yeah.
year, late mid last year. PAX tickets went on sale today.
Yep.
I got some. Did you end up? Or we're just grabbing.
We're just buying the dev
getting it through the
passes,
dev pass,
so we
but
get the ticket with it.
yeah, that'll be something big coming up. We're going to take our camera down,
Mm-hmm.
probably do some filming at PAX.
yeah, Steven wanted to meet us.
Yeah,
actually.
we'll
He
get
emailed
even
today,
Steven Ing
so.
involved, who's an old friend of ours, used to work with us. He's a pretty funny dude. He enjoys playing a lot of games too. We got a lot of people that play games. So our buddy Scott sounds like he's going to be working close to us again. I'm sure he's going to go down to PAX. So
Yep.
we'll try to get some folks on camera and kind of have the cameras down there when
Cool.
we're at PAX. But until next week, next Thursday, we'll be back. Definitely join us again. We'll try to do a giveaway. I'm going to try to get some Witch-It keys,
Awesome.
and we'll be able to
Cool.
hand those out for Steam and that stuff. But definitely stop back next week. We will talk to you guys then. Appreciate Baltimore. Thanks, man. Lydic, thank you for showing up.
Thanks for coming.
Everybody else, Paradox, and all the other folks that stopped in, we appreciate it. We'll see you next Thursday at 6 p.m. Until then, have a great weekend, and we'll be back with more gaming news and gaming goodness.
Take it easy.
See you, folks. Thanks.